Good day, folks. This is Executive Zone, where we go to track and we strike. So I want to do a quick recap on the trade I took today on gold and GBPJPY. That's just the two pair. GBPJPY is still running, as we can see. The trade is still running, but on gold, you can see this is the one. So I want to do a quick recap on how I was able to get this move and the one that is still running on GBPJPY. And we all know that the way I analyze is I first know what the external structure is doing before I know what to do next. So, but from here now, when I'll be starting from the weekly so that we cannot follow all through. So when I start from the weekly first thing I want to do is I want to mark this weekly candle that close before this new week started. This weekly candle that close, I want to box from the high to the low of it, and I want to use a vertical line at the middle of it like this. So me having this now, I already have a range I'm looking out for when I get to the 4 hours. So on 4 hours now, I want to see what is happening from this. This is where the last week started from. It opens from here and it ends from here to here. So what is the structure that is happening from here to here? So I have this as the high, and I have this as the low. And when I check through, you can use your line chart. So this is the low, this is the high here. So when I check through, the structure that I'm having is a break of structure to the upside, because this low is giving us a break of structure to the upside, right? And if this is giving us a break of structure to the upside, this means that this is our external high, and this is our external low. So all this that is happening, they are just internal structure, and I'm more interested in the external. So what will be my next draw on liquidity? My next draw on liquidity should be here. I purposely target here because it's the nearest and it's already like sell now. So I don't know how to put it. But this was initially where my next draw on liquidity should be. So me knowing that this is my next draw on liquidity, and I know that I'm in a bullish structure because there's a bullish break of structure to the upside. So what do you think I will do now? I want to look for a key level that can push this bullish move. And what would be the key level? No fair value gap here, right? So the only level I have is this demand level, which is here. Is this demand level, which is what? Okay, let me delete this. Let me use this parallel too. The only level I have is this is this demand level, which is this, right? Is this demand level I have. So inside this demand level, I have this apex key level and I have this QM key level. But I did not enter directly, right? I did not enter directly. I waited for confirmation. You get me? So I waited for confirmation. So when the sell happened, I was actually waiting for a buy because the market is in a bullish move, not a bearish move. So when the sell happened and it tapped into this key level that I marked initially, it did not tap in. It tapped in. When it tapped in, like, this is like last week move. This move that happened last week. So I was trying to read the structure. So when it tapped in, I noticed that okay, price tapped in. So this week should be a continuation against this tapping. So it was Monday move that tapped into this key level properly. So I now move towards 1 hour. So what I want to see on 1 hour, okay, this is where my price tapped in. So I deleted this QM. So I want to see a market structure shift. So where should be your initial market structure shift, right? Your initial market structure shift should be, can use your line chart. So if you check this line chart, obvious break of structure to the downside was this. So that means if price is reacting from this level here, this is where your market structure shift should happen. So when Monday's buy all the way up here, Monday buy, okay, it was Friday rather, Friday buy and break it. Monday also did continue it, and Tuesday was now selling. So Tuesday selling, I already know that okay, market has given me a structure shift here, and on 4 hours, I now move back to 4 hours. So price giving me a structure shift here. Let me do something. So price giving me a structure shift here now. I should look for another demand zone that can hold price, right? That's one thing I want to do. So the demand zone that can hold price here now after the structure shift is this. From here to here, that's the demand zone. But this demand zone is big, right? So I move to 2 hours to see if I can have a better zone. So nothing on 2 hours. So on 1 hour now, I was able to refine it to this level here. So, but when I refine it to this level here on 1 hour, I need a specific key level inside this demand zone that price can react to majorly. So a specific key level was this OCL here. So you can see when price now tapping into this OCL now, I waited for a confirmation also. I did not enter aggressively like that. So the confirmation I was waiting for now was now based on structure shift and entry, which I use my 30 minutes, Is it 30 minutes or 50? Yeah, it was 30 minutes. So on 30 minutes now, I noticed that, okay, you can see where I box here now, but let me delete it so that it will be easier for us. So when price taps in here now, on 30 minutes, this is the key level, this is the key level I was expecting price to reacted from, right? So when price reacts from this key level, I waited to see some confirmation, which is, I saw price giving me a sweep of this low around there, and I saw a break of this side. If you use line chart, you will have seen it better, a sweep and there was a break. So me seeing a sweep and a break there, what is another thing I want to do now? I now want to enter for me a demand zone again. So what is the demand zone around here? There is no fresh demand zone. The only demand zone I have is this like a form of rejection block this week like this. So I boxed that week and I moved towards 4 hours to see if there is I moved to 1 hour rather. I moved to 1 hour to see if there's a specific key level, and I noticed there's no key level here, it's just this place. So what did I do here now? I entered from here, this OCL inside this, and me entering from this OCL inside it, and I target this what as my nearest liquidity. But mind you that we have our what overall day on liquidity, which is this. So if I target this, it's still a good one, but I target this as my nearest day on liquidity, and you can see how the move was massive. Tap in and give me what I want. But knowing what, waiting patient, you can see here now. On Monday, I did not take any trade. On Tuesday, I did not take any trade. But on Wednesday, I took a trade and it moves in my direction. So let me give you a breakdown to on GBPJPY rather. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. So now let's go to GBPJPY also. You can see GBPJPY. I'm still on this sell and my TP is here. The same thing, the same logic, the same idea, the same everything. So starting from the weekly, what did I want to first do on the weekly is I first box this on the weekly like this. I box it like this and I put my vertical line at the middle. So I move to 4 hours. So getting to 4 hours, I want to understand the structure behind it. That's one thing I want to do. Understanding the structure behind it. So the structure behind this was, what is the structure here? This is the low over here, the previous week low, and this is the previous week what? High that we have around here. So what structure do we have around it? It's a bullish structure because there was a break of structure here, and there's another break of structure to the upside here. So is a what? A bullish structure. But I don't consider this as the one. I'm considering this as a liquidity. You get me? So since I have a bullish break of structure to the upside, I move to the daily. What I want to do on the daily, I want to look for a key level. So when I get to the daily, I was able to see this because on the 4 hours, this is like an impulsive move. So I know there should be a fair value gap within here because of how impulsive that move is. So on the daily, I saw the fair value gap very well, and I spot this as a key level that price should what come back to. And this is my what liquidity for it. That is my liquidity. So one thing I now do now is, since this is my liquidity, this is my key level, I move back to the 4 hours, right? No, is it 4 hours? I use the daily. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's the daily now I use because I know that I'm selling to this level here, to this key level, right? I don't want to wait. So I deleted this initially. So I moved to the daily time frame. Yeah, I think that's what I did. So I moved to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame now, I boxed this and this because this was yesterday move. So this to this, and I put my vertical line at the middle of that daily, and I moved towards 1 hour time frame. So on 1 hour time frame, I want to see that structure occurring. Let me delete this for now. So when I come to the chart, I notice around the time I want to trade in the morning, doing London section, that is around 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock thereabouts. So I noticed that price has do what? Price has break. Let me delete this so it won't confuse us because this is our what? Let me delete this also. Since we have this is our what? Low. Or we can consider this to be our low because this is the low that breaks structure and this is our high. But we can consider this small as the low. So I noticed that when I come online around that time, doing 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I noticed price has already what? Break this structure to the downside. Remember, this is our previous day high and this is the previous day low. And we know that initially we are supposed to look for a sell because we have a key level that is still valid around this level here. So that takes us to knowing that, okay, this is a what? A break of structure to the what? Downside already. And this break of structure to the downside now give me something I should work with. There is this fair value gap that is much more present inside it. So me having this fair value gap much more present inside it, I moved to 4 hours to see something. So on 4 hours, I was not seeing any key level. So on 2 hours, I saw this. You can call this a what? A demand. This was supposed to be used as a demand, but now it turned to a supply. So inside this demand turned to supply area of interest, I saw this key level inside it. And I did what? I put my stuff around here, my key level line around here. Let me mark this. I'm trying to show us how I entered that trade and nothing special too. So I put my key level around here because this is the key level inside it. So, but I did not enter directly from here. I waited for confirmation. So when price starts in, I move straight towards 30 minutes. You can use 30 minutes, you can use 1 hour, you can use 15 minutes. But I prefer using 30 minutes and 15 minutes for my confirmation. Either I use 30 minutes or I use 15 minutes max. So when price starts in here on 30 minutes, if you have waited on 30 minutes, no confirmation yet. But on 15 minutes, when price starts in here, I notice price give me this what? Break of structure to the downside. And there's another what? Another presence of a what? A fair value gap. And there's something price used to do. Price either what? Attack liquidity or fill and hold imbalance. So in this moment now, I know that okay, this is an imbalance already very available. So what should price do? Price should come to a what? A key level inside that what? Imbalance. That's just what I just did around here and I was selling. So the key level, you can move back to 1 hour if you want something good. But yeah, there's no key level. So on 15 minutes, there's already this key level here already. So I put my entry here and my stop loss at the high, invalidation high, and I'm targeting this what? this low as my what take profit. So that's what I just did on GBPJPY as well. Nothing so really serious, to be sincere, nothing so really serious. It's just understanding the structure very well and knowing how you can go about it. So, but if I want to re-enter this move, let me check. Let me see if there is an opportunity to re-enter. I'm not good at re-entry, so that's one thing about that. I just like entering once. I'm not that good at re-entry when it comes to re-entering and still studying myself. But this is why I just have on gold. I already explained myself, and GBP, JPY, I already explained myself. So peace out, one love.